You know I'm in here, right, Wired?
What is up, CSBA? Welcome to Ann Arbor. Tonight's CSBA matchup, Friday Night Hoops. Let's get it. Joining me in the booth, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Oregon himself. What's up, Canes?
What's going on, man?
I'm good,
Ready for
buddy.
some CSBA.
Yeah, sorry for the delay, everybody. It was a little bit of a day trying to get us caught up, and I lost a little bit of track of time, just going to be completely honest. I thought I had more time than I did, and I did not. So that is the reason why we were a little bit late. But we are good, off and running. Everything that's supposed to be entered, packs, badges, all that shit, all done for these games. So apologies for the delay. Cates, what are you looking forward to for this game here tonight?
Well, first off, I got to be, my boy Jason Breeze taking over at Oklahoma State, his first game. So coming from Oregon last year, want to see how he does as a coach.
Yeah, for sure, and certainly a learning experience for any new coach to come in and to have to do that against Michigan right out of the gate. That's a big challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
Stack Blues drills one for the corner and a quick 4-0 start for the Wolverines.
Yeah, not too great of a start for Oklahoma State. Not any good shots, but Michigan's just come out hitting both of their shots already.
For sure, Dane Jones trying to work the baseline, gets inside, goes high over the outstretched hand of the defender, but not able to get that to go as Mo Blues gets it up to Xavier Halley. Halley splits the defender's right hand floater and good.
And you can see the strategy for Michigan is get out and run the ball.
Yeah, they are a very up-tempo team, so not surprising. That is their style. That has been their style for multiple seasons, both at the helm of Blackpaw when he was coaching, and then obviously now in the hands of Doc Boone as well. So the student becomes the teacher, right?
Yeah, exactly.
6-2 there. First bucket is Oklahoma State is on the board with 6:20 to go here. First quarter. Again, apologies. Can't stress the apologies enough for being a little bit delayed tonight. Having to call all three games, do the ticker, do all the packs and badges, trying to get us caught up. It's been a little bit of an understatement. Halley with a nice mid-range jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 8-2 Michigan.
And they have yet to miss a shot so far.
And they're looking reminiscent of where they picked off from last year. As there's a good defensive play in the post. Michigan, obviously a strong team, won 2 back-to-back national titles. Last year was a little bit of what I feel like the Wolverines felt like was a little bit of an anomaly, especially after coming off of back-to-back championships. So this will be an interesting season for the Wolverines to see if they can get back on top. Nasir Ali works his way open for a 3 and drops it, and they are perfect from the field.
Yeah, great ball movement, just getting open, and Ali just finds a shot and hits it.
Canes, now you think this is a statement game for Michigan right now after the way their season ended last year? As Albert misses for 3.
In a certain way, yes, but you're also coming in against a very young Oklahoma State squad that, is just trying to really find themselves before the season starts.
Yeah, for sure. Mo Blues with a nice slash to the rim and a quick 13-2 lead for Michigan. Maybe Oklahoma State might want to call timeout or just kind of reset things here. They're going to go inside to Aqua Kikien, who gets fouled by King Rames. So Aqua Kikien, AK-47, going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, good job, at least drawing a foul so you can, get some shots at the line and, get your team a breather as they've been running up and down the court so far.
Yeah, you want to give these guys an opportunity to catch their breath, maybe refocus here as the coach is going to make some mass substitutions. 4 out of the 5 Oklahoma State bench players come into the game as Akwakikian still at the line. Not able to knock it down, hitting 1 of 2.
Yeah, got to hit them free throws, especially the way Michigan's playing.
Payne Sage continuing the hot shooting of Michigan as they have come out scorching hot, 7 of 7.
Even the bench is hitting. That's when you know everything's going right for you.
Mills now back over to Castle. Looks like they're running off-ball screen as Jason Breeze Jr. coming across off the screen. Gets a nice pick, drives, baseline jumper from the free throw line, rims in and out, no good. Deontay Angelo up with the rebound, gets it to Gordon. Here comes the Wolverines the other way. Good defensive hands there, and somehow Castle comes away with the ball. Good active hands by Oklahoma State there.
Yeah, first time they've gotten a stop the whole game so far.
Now they're going to go inside to Akwakikian, and he gets fouled again, this time by JaMychal Gordon. But good recognition from the Cowboys there to go to the low post where they had the mismatch, Canes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He had the mismatch. Good job getting it into him. And, you know, he got the shot up, drew the foul. It would have been nice if he could have made the shot too, but...
Well, he knocks down the first to see if he could be a little bit more successful than he was in the first go-round.
I can't remember. What school did he transfer in from?
I think he was at USC prior.
I remember playing him last year in the Pac-12. I just couldn't remember which one.
I believe he, 100%.
Get him a little, some experience on Oklahoma State because they're really young. Good ball movement.
Inside, D'Angelo counted and won as Mac Mills commits the ill-advised foul.
Even when they foul him, they're still making a shot.
And when it rains, it pours, right? Is what they always say?
Absolutely. It's been a tough opening for Oklahoma State, but it's to be expected when you come out in your first game and you're playing a team like Michigan. Maybe
it's cold in the building. D'Angelo was like warming up his hands as he was taking some free throw shots. So maybe it's a little cold. Some of the guys maybe warmed up a little bit better maybe in the game. It's Castle for 3. Bang! That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, able to cut it back down to 10, 17-7 after Michigan, even though it was a free throw, finally missed a shot.
Now Fletcher. Top of the key, spin move, gets a nice pick. Good wide open Jay, and Michigan State does that. Excuse me, they're going to kill me in Ann Arbor. Michigan does that pick and roll so well, freeing their shooters to get wide open looks.
Yeah, it was a great job there, just getting their guys open, and when they do get open, they're hitting their shots.
Shep with a hard foul from behind, and Oklahoma State is just having to earn every point right now. As we continue here with this highlighter game of neon orange and neon yellow.
Breeze getting his first points at Oklahoma State now.
Congratulations to him. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And Dot J says it's maize, but it's highlighter yellow to me. It's highlighter yellow, Doc. Highlighter yellow. I know I said neon, but it looks like 2 highlighters out here. I know it's maize.
Yep, exactly.
I know it's maize. It's like watching when Georgetown wears their teal blues, and remember that teal blue Notre Dame Irish neon green game. It was like one of the most ugliest broadcasted games ever. It was a nice pass inside to the Kaz Allen, throwing it down with the 2-handed stuff. But yeah, 10 of 10. Michigan just... and Fuego here to start.
Or when us at Oregon just throw out the mismatched jerseys, we got green and yellow at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's guys like, I mean, you can tell coaches don't talk to each other.
Nope, not at all.
Gordon from deep and knocks it down, and they just continue to just knock. Man, it's going to either be one of 2 things. They're going to shoot 80% for this game, which I don't think is going to happen. Or they're going to have a quarter where they shoot like 10%.
Right now, it's who doesn't want to hit or miss the first shot. That's what it's down to. You make that many in a row, you don't want to be the first one.
And now Oklahoma State's starting to get a little bit warm here as they knock down the 3 there. They're going to call a quick timeout with 1:43 to go. You're watching CSB on Twitch. Friday Night Hoops coming at you. 23-14. I feel like we need like I don't know if you, Canes, I mean, I'm from New York. I watch the Knicks games, but they always have a song for every night when there's Friday night. And if they call it Friday Night Hoops on MSG, and like there's a whole song to it, and it's almost like Sunday Night Football, that intro, that same kind of intro. It's
right.
Similar to like that one for the Knicks, and I feel like the CSBA needs one of those for Friday night.
But then we need to get one.
Yeah, we need to get somebody on that. Don't we have a bunch of rappers or people in the league that know how to sing? I feel like Louis from Baylor knows how to do that, knows how to sing. Maybe we got to hire him.
Being in South Carolina, we don't get that pro action like that, so.
Yeah, you guys got to stick to more of the college sports, right?
Oh, yeah.
25-14, Wolverines up by 11, 1:26 here to go in the first quarter as Oklahoma State starting to heat up, and a tough miss there as that one was halfway down before rolling back out. Now Shep fouled. Hard foul by Ken Castle, his first team second. So Michigan going to get a couple shots here from the charity strike.
Luckily, he was fouled on that one, or he'd have been responsible for the first miss.
Yeah, that is true. They're still perfect from the field as he rattles home the first.
And they're hitting their free throws, too. The one miss has been at the free throw line, but they're still, I think they're 2 of 3 or 3 of 4.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if there's a record. Another missed free throw. I don't know if there's a record for that. Perfect from the field, but they are insanely hot right now.
Only 1 of 3, so I was wrong. That was a 0 for 1 the first time.
Yeah, now Dutton drives, throws it down. What a nice take by Dutton. You know, Oklahoma State's offense starting to kind of kick into another gear now, which is a good sign, which is what they need. But unfortunately, they built themselves a 10-point deficit. Not to any fault of their own, as Michigan just continues to fire up and knock everything down, as Don Fletcher says, "Rip."
That one was almost like he just threw that one up, and everything that goes up is coming right back through the net.
Drive, baseline, pull-up, jumper is good. Again, Oklahoma State took them a little time, but they're starting to cook now, offensively anyway.
Fletcher, it's just not helping that they're not missing a shot.
Oh, my God. Don Fletcher for 3. Bang!
I think this needs to be a record. I mean, they're about to have a perfect first quarter.
I'm telling you, they came out with something to prove here. Jason Breeze Jr. for 3. Bang! Answering back. I mean, Oklahoma State's got 21, so it's a good response from them offensively, but, man, Michigan.
I have a feeling their one miss is about to come at the buzzer.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I would have been accused of jinxing them, but I was feeling the same way.
I'll say it.
Fletcher, nope, greened it. Bang! He says, Canes, go F yourself. 34-21, a perfect quarter for Michigan. You don't get better than that. Wow. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. This should be an interesting game. Stick around. We got more action coming your way. 34-21, Wolverines on top. All right, welcome back. Appreciate y'all tuning in for this one, Friday Night Hoops. Again, apologies for the late start. What a phenomenal first quarter, Canes, for Michigan. What does Oklahoma State got to do to maybe turn it around here?
Figure out how to make Michigan miss shots.
I mean, that's a fair criticism. I mean, can't let plays like that. They're not going to miss those. Mo Blues with a nice backdoor cut.
I mean, they forced some tough shots that Michigan have hit, and even if they go down and, can score shot for shot, they're not forcing any misses, so they're not gaining anything on them. They're not getting any kind of stops.
For sure. Wolfgang Fuchs going to go to the other side. Dane Jones for 3, no good off the mark. Pass quickly to Nasir Ali, and bang!
I mean, what do you do?
I think Dickey edited the file and put the cheat code in. I think that's what it was. Dane Jones pull-up jumper. That's good.
Everything they put up is going in.
That was a joke, by the way. Dickey hasn't touched the file in 2 days. Nice strong take floater in the lane, and that is good. Wow.
They're about, what, 17 now?
Wow. This has got to be one for the record books. It has to be. I see Webb probably nowhere in sight right now, but I don't think this is a stat we've ever kept, but wow. 3-pointer from Oklahoma State. Bang!
If you're Coach Breeze, you're over there your first game, you can't be upset. You got 26 points already, but Michigan's just not missing. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
Ooh, Mo Blues. So what about that backdoor cut? Xavier Halley, and again, get a timeout, Oklahoma State. This game's almost at 20, and that is because Michigan just has not missed a shot. This is unheard of here in the CSBA. We've never seen this before. But when you're on, right?
Absolutely, and it's not like they're just getting layups. They're drilling every three. Just everything that they put up is going in.
I wonder what the second half is going to look like. Is it going to be like 20%?
I think Coach Boone will be probably pretty upset if that's the way it goes.
Good defense there by Bones Barkley. Actually came up with the steal, but unfortunately stepped out on the sideline the minute he caught the ball, so Michigan gets it right back. So despite good defense, the karma going Michigan's way.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, like we said, it's who's going to miss the first shot for Michigan. You don't want to be that person.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that. Good defense by Oklahoma State forcing it out. This might be the shot right here. Man, and it's contested, and there it is, missed, finally. Yep. The way Oklahoma State stepped out on the defense there. So I would love to know or have an idea of, like, how many straight points, how many straight shots that was. Unfortunately, they're going to call a foul on Albert away from the play.
The last time I saw it was 13.
I kind of want to pause the game to look. I feel like we need to.
I think you should.
I'm just afraid. I'm always afraid to do this, but let's see. Team comparison. So, all right, 19 of the first 19. We had to. Okay, someone record that 19 of 19 because that is a record. There's no way that's even close. So,
definitely.
I hate doing that, but that is something that we just needed to make sure we see. So that is definitely a record book.
I knew it was cool, and now they're 2 in a row, but I knew we were close to 20. Last time I had seen it pop up on the screen was 13, and
yeah,
they've still hit some.
Glass. The only reason I didn't want to pause is if, God forbid, something disconnects the game and it crashes. It's why I don't generally ever do that. Bones Barkley for 3 is good. We're actually going to call that a 2. Yeah, I never usually pause, but for that reason and that reason alone, but I needed to roll the dice because I don't think we've ever seen that before. So
that's going to be a new spot in the record book.
That has to be. So records being made here in the CSBA in the preseason. The funny part is will they count it because the games don't count. King Rames no good after the buzzer, and he made that too. By the way, just wanted to point that out, which is I think is funny.
Now that Coach Breeze has got, Michigan, they've missed a couple shots. Maybe his offense can keep going and cut back into this lead some because they had it down to 9.
Yes, sir. Good active hands by Oklahoma State on that possession. By Michigan, rather. But Oklahoma State going to retain possession.
They got to keep that the defense that they have when they force that first miss. That's the defense that they got to play throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Dane Jones for 3, bang!
And keep hitting shots like that.
Outside Nasir Ali for 3, bang!
He's hit about 3 or 4 threes.
When it rains, it pours, and it is raining down on the Cowboys right now. Sadly, it's a 14-point game, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that Michigan's only missed 1 shot. Good pass to the corner. Albert for 3, no good. Just shy of knocking that one down. Nasir Ali going to find Mo Blues for an easy 2, so keep that. Appreciate that sub there, Damien. That hot streak of that high percentage shooting continues having only missed one shot here.
Yeah, Oklahoma State's they don't have the speed to keep up with this fast break offense in Michigan.
Well, they got to knock down their shots. That's the key. Albert, no good. Fletcher in transition and another missed shot finally. But
yeah, if you hit your shots, you can limit the fast break.
Yeah, well, you got to knock down your shots. That'll slow the Michigan down a little bit. But
and every time Oklahoma State gets to about single digits, Michigan goes on another run.
Katie said that Doc Boone getting that coaching experience, showing that coaching experience, having taken over Michigan, I think under the tutelage of Blackpaw, certainly showed him a thing or two.
And playing good defense as well.
And that's not a knock on Doc. Obviously, Doc had coached once before at Florida, did a decent job as a Florida coach. So, but 20-point lead and all of that off of the almost what I would like to call perfect shooting for Michigan.
Yeah, great first half so far for Michigan, and it's been a decent first half for their first outing for Oklahoma State. They ran into a buzzsaw to start Coach Breeze's coaching debut.
Someone, I think out there is saying that there might be some PEDs being used with this Michigan team. Kidding, I'm kidding. Obviously kidding. Breeze from the top of the key, man in his face. See, that is something that Oklahoma State hasn't done a lot of. They haven't had hands in the faces. Michigan just continues to get open looks as Don Fletcher for three, bang.
Just putting a body on them is not enough. You got to have hands in the face.
Yeah, this is a shooting clinic right now for Michigan. They just cannot miss. I've never seen this. Breeze for three, bang. He knocks that down, keeping it at 20.
And he's capable of hitting the threes. Being a sophomore, he shot decent last year at Oregon.
Yeah, he shot a couple. He shot a couple here so far. And wow, Don Fletcher.
He's having himself a first half.
Go back and he is. Go back and clip that. Wow, that was impressive.
You need to see that in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could take some of the shots, the slam dunks that we see here, right? I mean, because we never get the quality that we see here in.
That's usually how it goes in the NBA too, I think.
You know what? It's so frustrating because I love All-Star Week, but there's a part of me that actually despises our slam dunk contest because we've seen a lot of the dunks already. There's not much new in there, so.
Right.
And that's the part that but I know the community likes it, but I do feel like I wish we could get.
Only so much you can do with the game.
Yeah, I know. But is it worth, you know what I mean? It's one of those things, is it really worth doing if we're going to see the same things? I don't know. Count it in one. I think that was Dutton.
Yeah, great take there.
So, that's always my bone of contention with running it. I mean, I love the three-point contest because that's always fun, and we know that's, based on shooting and stuff like that. So that part's cool, but the dunks, because they're scripted and they're not. I wish you could pick the dunks. I wish they would allow you to script which dunks you want. That would be a cool feature to have. And then you could go in, and if your guy performs well, the dunk guys can pick what dunks they want to do and let them put the show on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a cool feature if the game actually let you do that.
See, I've heard that, even the NBA, they're thinking about moving the three-point contest to last just because you're not getting the stars out there, so the dunk contest is lacking, and nobody's really as into it as they are the three-point contest per se.
Yeah, for sure. Dutton for three again cuts it to 15. The Oklahoma State play, I think that you can see where they're lacking, and that's finally a good play. And I actually thought Kaz Allen got that clean, but everything going Michigan's way right here in the first half as Doc Boone smiles on from the sideline.
Yeah, nothing to be upset about when you've done put up 60 points in the first half.
This could be a record night the way Michigan is playing. But the one thing I will say is if Oklahoma State could figure a way to just step up their defense a little bit, because they're playing well offensively. They're right here. I mean, 44 points in the first half is impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can see how they could end here. As Breeze got a man in his face there, no good. Banks off the glass. 61-44, a near perfect first half for Michigan, hitting 19 of 19 to start this game, which is the craziest half of basketball I've ever seen here in the CSBA. And see what the second half is going to bring us. But, Case, do me a favor. Talk a little bit about what we saw in that first half, and then maybe what Oklahoma State and Michigan might make adjustments doing in the second half.
Well, it all starts with the Michigan shooting. I mean, we talked about it, 19 of 19 to start the game, and they've put up 60 points in the first half. Everything that they were putting up was going in. They may have missed a handful of shots. So that's really been the story. They've played okay defense. You know, Oklahoma State still put up 40-something points in the first half. I think with the shooting, they kind of slacked a little bit on the defense just because they were hitting their shots. But both teams really need to step it up. If Oklahoma State can get hot and force some stops, they're right back in it. And Michigan, if they keep shooting the way they are, you see they shot 87% in the first half. It's hard to beat a team that shoots like that.
Yeah, it's difficult to just stop somebody when that avalanche is just coming down the mountain, right? I mean, it's very hard to do, but the little things, just get a hand in the face, contest the shot a little bit closer, fight through those screens.
That's what I was going to say. Get some hands up in the faces, and that affects the shots instead of just being there and letting them shoot.
Yeah, well, 17-point deficit at the half. Again, Oklahoma State, nothing to sneeze at. 44 points in the first half, but a monster number by Michigan, 61. Is Don Fletcher, 17 points, 7 of 9 shooting. And you did say he had a monster first half, and that stat line shows exactly that.
Yeah, 17 points in only 10 minutes so far.
I want to know why everybody's saying that's sus. Do you think do I want Michigan to win? Like, what stake do I have in that game?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a game.
My guy plays for TCU. Dickey hasn't touched the file in 3 days, 2 days, something like that. So,
I'm not sure how you can even set that up.
And I'm the one. I know either, right? I mean, and they missed. Oklahoma State misses there, but I'm the one that literally sat in the file for the last 12 hours today playing with it. So I mean, putting in packs and badges and shit. So
even if you put everybody's shot rating at 99, I still don't think that happens.
I agree. I agree. But
it's just one of them things with the Sims that it decided to let Michigan come out hot.
Yeah, look at them now. They're missing shots, right?
Yeah, and like you said, this will probably be the half where they shoot 20%.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'll shoot 20 because they're good, but
they finally get their first bucket of the third after, I think that was about 5 attempts.
Yeah. Jones, we got a screen. It's so weird. Jones had a growth spurt in the offseason. 2-pointer there is good.
And teenage bodies, they keep growing.
Yes, sir. Munching on a protein bar, part of my 55-pound loss.
It's impressive.
My snack. It's my snack. This is my sweet snack for the night. And like I said, I've been at my computer since 2:00 this afternoon. By the way, and I'll probably be there till about 2 a.m. Easily.
Oh, man.
Luckily, I made some serious strides in catching up today, which was good. I'm glad I took off from my regular job today. Slept till 9:30. Went out to breakfast with my wife and my mom. I needed a little time away from my computer. I have been tethered.
Yeah, everybody does.
I've been tethered to it for the last week.
That's the thing. Some people just don't understand the time commitment.
The back end work is a lot. Not gonna lie, it's the only. I know you guys over at ECFL work with the file where you can just upload it. I wish we had that luxury because it is so time consuming on the back end. And the support here is amazing, and I love everybody here in the CSBA, and I continue to thank you all for the support that you guys continue to put into this product. The amount of work that I put in has everything to do with all of you all. So because you guys,
you're happy to put it in.
I'm happy to do the work because you guys support the product and the community and the league and everything that goes into it. It just makes me want to work harder. I will say though, over the last week, I've never been more tired in my life. So by getting to sleep till 9:30 this morning was a godsend. I feel a little bit more rejuvenated. I actually had a decent day getting things caught up, and I know Dickie's now doing me a favor and doing more to get us. I'm hoping to have everything done tonight so that I can work on all the other things that need to be done for the league, which is the website itself needs to be updated so that we can enter all the stats. The schedule needs to put in. The players need to be put on those rosters. There's so much stuff that we have to do. We have to add a bot for activities so that the teams they can progress their walk-ons. That still needs to be done. There's a lot to do this weekend, and you would think, just by catching up with the packs and badges, that would get me there, but no.
Not at all.
No, sir. Plus, I've been
still going well.
Plus, I'm trying to work with the content team to help C-Web and some of those guys, and we need more content people. Just if anybody's interested, to get quotes and things like that. There's a bunch of things that we want to roll out, but I keep getting sucked in 27 different directions, and that is the reason why today I said to the coaches, I'm like, please don't DM me unless it's an emergency, and that's the reason why I actually had made some progress today. So.
I understand. That's how I felt when we were getting ready to kick off, trying to make sure everything was good. And I understand the whole building a roster thing because I still do my sims on my PS3, so I still have to build every player in if I want to sim. So
I'm not even talking about those rosters. I'm talking about the ones online. I now have to build it online on the website.
Right.
There's nothing that I can just upload and it's good. It's the way the website's constructed that yes, I can upload stuff, and I can upload all the new players to the teams, but I have to move players around for transfers. I have to set up the new teams. A lot of that is a lot of back-end work, and it's not quick and easy. So that is going to be what I'm working on most of the weekend.
As long as everybody understands he's working his butt off.
I know people bust my chops, and I know it's more of just busting the chops, but when you're working that hard, sometimes those comments can feel debilitating. Like, what am I working my butt off? Even though I know you're joking, when the comments get thrown out there, even if they're in jest, sometimes can be taken the wrong way. But I try not to because I know you all love me. At least I think most of you do, anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sure 95% of the people do.
I didn't get the last 5%. I didn't get the last 5%. Kane, you're one of those guys. I know you are. You're one of that 5%.
Not at all.
Nice backdoor pass to Breeze and Dante D'Angelo. Wow, what a block.
Both teams keeping fairly even so far here in the third quarter.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Dante D'Angelo. Wow.
Dutton.
Ooh,
in and out. Gordon in the corner. Backdoor alley-oop. Good defense there by Oklahoma State, getting a hand on it. Still trailing here by 20. Yeah, that would have been tough. Two guys right there.
Mac Mills.
So, you said it was going to be a downer, but it's not quite 20% yet. It's only 50%.
Not yet. Anyway. I mean, I didn't think they were going to fall off the earth either. Wow. Crazy, man. It is crazy. They're gonna shoot.
And
I wouldn't be. They're probably gonna net out about 60%.
they're probably at least 70% from the 3-point line.
Crazy. Oklahoma State's cooled off a little bit, though. I think Michigan has picked it up a little bit.
Yeah, they're not. Michigan's not running as much. Games kind of slowed down for both teams. And
But you can only keep that up for so long, right? I mean, there has to be a moment where you cool off.
And hopefully, Coach Boone is over there. You know, we got a 21-point lead. We can slow it down some and take our time with the shots we want to take.
Yeah, Dutton with the contested shot missed there. Nice backdoor pass to Shep, who lays it in.
And then they turn around and run a fast break.
I mean, if I have to say, listen, Michigan has shot phenomenal, but if Oklahoma State's going to go do anything, they need to go work on their defense.
Yeah, they do.
But their offense is capable of playing with some, most teams in the CSPA, by the way, aren't playing right now, but
got to get hands and faces, close out on shots.
Castle. I've liked Castle's play off the bench. He's looked pretty good. Mac Mills fade away from the baseline, from the free throw line, no good.
Yeah, I've been more impressed with the Cowboys' whole second unit compared to their starters. They've played both offense and defense better.
I would agree with that. Ooh, missed opportunity there for Oklahoma State. They need to attack the rim. Is Dutton going to fire a three? Good look, rims in and out. Allen, it gets blocked. Michigan's played well defensively, too.
Yeah, they have. Now they're going to do some double teaming. Fletcher maybe going cold for Michigan.
Dutton. And what a block by Payne Sage. Fletcher kicks it over to Jermichael Gordon. Three-pointer, good.
Gordon has shot the ball well, too, especially from three. I mean, I know of 3 or 4 threes he's hit. Fast break dunk.
I'm just in awe right now of what I'm seeing from Michigan. It's impressive. Well, remember this. We got 2 more games. Will we see this kind of offensive juggernaut in the 9? No, what'll be probably about 9:30 by the time we start game number 2. And again, apologies to everybody for that half-hour late start.
I'm surprised that ball didn't go in.
Apologies to you to making you wait, thinking that everybody was okay with that. But again, just lost track of time. Not lost track of time in the sense of I was doing nothing and screwed around for the hours before the game started. I literally was working right until the time I turned on the stream. So working on the file rather, in the game plans. So. Well, that was a State Farm assist of the game. Now, I think we've seen better ones than that, but
I don't know if I've really seen his oop though.
Yeah,
but I agree. There's been some better assists.
No worries, Downtown Dory. We appreciate you being here regardless, brother. Get those 4s up and stream chat. Let me know you're here. They got 40 in the stream. Mo Blues.
It's good for Michigan when your bad quarter was still 21 points. 22 points.
Ooh, almost a bad pass there. Albert going to go inside, loses his handle, gets blocked, and that was a poor choice. Should have kicked it out. Wolfgang Fuchs was wide open at the 3-point line.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of stuff that's been in the basket. Michigan's just sent it right back out, especially in the second half.
Fuchs for 3, bang. That's why I said they needed to kick it out. He can stroke it from out there.
Well, he said that they got the block, but he turned around and still drained it from 3.
Blues. Oh, they had Hallie backdoor. Stack Blues from just inside the line. No good. Xavier Hallie, though, second chance opportunity. Gives it inside of King Rames. Rames floater up and good.
They need to. Oklahoma State needs to work on the boards too.
Yeah, I mean, you can see clearly it's their offense looks phenomenal. I have no problem with their offense at all. There's their defensive side of the ball. It's going to be a jump ball here, but
Yeah, getting hands and faces, making sure you get the rebound, limiting second chance shots.
without a doubt, Kyle just said best performance of the week. Kyle is Lion United FYI. He's been the one that has been all over our Twitter for us, putting out the scores and the player of the game is Aqua Kikien, baseline floater, looking a little like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar there.
And he started off strong for Oklahoma State there in the first quarter, even though Michigan got out strong. Aqua Kikien was the go-to guy, and he's been quiet since then.
Yeah, he's been quiet. Rames, nice job there in the low post, but Fletcher, since that first half, has been kind of non-existent here in the second.
Yeah, I think he got 2 points in the third, and that was it. So,
Bones Barkley going to get it over to Fuchs. Love that name, Wolfgang from Germany. Dane Jones, little pick and roll. Ooh. Albert keeps going there. He's got a dunk. Missed opportunity there for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Dane Jones read the pick and roll beautifully. He had his man wide open, and he just stopped going down the lane.
Shot out, though, to Kyle. Just been killing it on the content for us.
Absolutely.
I mean, so is our content team. They've been getting some player quotes, so Dane Jones is not able to get that. Aqua Kikien counted and won again.
He's been the main dominant force for Oklahoma State on the inside.
Remember, guys, coming up immediately following this game, Auburn, Illinois, and then after that, Ohio State, Cincinnati. Again, we're running about 30 minutes behind schedule, so that 9 o'clock game probably will be at 9:30. We started this game at 8:30, so apologies for the delay. But the trade...
Nothing better to do on a Friday night.
No, I mean, what else you got better to do than watch some CSBA action, right? I mean...
Absolutely.
Low Blues going to find a wide over Xavier Hallie. That backdoor cut has worked to perfection here tonight. As Hallie's got 17.
Yeah, it's been a really balanced effort. A lot of the Wolverines have been shooting the ball well.
Out of bounds. Oklahoma State going to retain possession here.
I don't know if there's that one person who really separated themselves. I think everybody's around that 15, 17-point range.
Good backdoor find. Wow. No look pass from Fuchs to find Dane Jones.
He said he mastered this American basketball.
Swoosh is too funny. When I said about us pushing off the time, he wrote, gives me time to roll up. Gotta love that. Say, downtown Dory's got to wake up early to take Scrap in on a Saturday. I got to wake up early to call 3 straight more CSBA games tomorrow. Plus, I got to take my Traverse into my Chevy Traverse into to the dealership for an oil change. So there's that too.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about car issues. I've been waiting 5 weeks for my transmission to be fixed.
Oof. Sorry to hear that.
Every time I call, it'll be 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks. Good thing it's under warranty.
Yes. They give you a loaner car at least?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I have a friend that let me borrow one.
Yikes. Bones Barkley not able to connect there. Stack Blue's going to go over to Mo, brother to brother, but Mo can't complete it.
He didn't want to give his brother the assist.
So, screw your stats. Dane Jones.
Yeah, Michigan definitely not on that 124-point pace anymore.
No, not at all. I said they would cool down. The problem is they just build out too much of a lead.
They're cooling down as an average basketball team right now, where they're still hitting the shots. They're just not hitting everything. And then Oklahoma State, knowing that they're done for this game, just trying to get some momentum and run their offense.
Yeah,
work on things for the start of the season. Got a rebound.
Fouled from behind by Stack Blues.
Neither team able to finish on both ends.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Fuchs to the line to shoot 2.
Now for the bench units to finish the game off.
Remember, we got Auburn and Illinois coming up next. I'm excited to see Auburn and see what kind of tweaks they've actually made in the offseason. A really talented team, but just was not able to get a win last year. And, despite them not picking up the win, they were in a lot of games. Unfortunately, they just were not able to close them out. And that's the inexperience of a new coach and a young team. I'm hoping to see them turn the tide. And this is a big year for potentially in the SEC for Auburn because there's a lot of there's some question marks there, Canes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's anybody's race in the SEC, and Auburn can figure it out.
Fuchs for 3 is good, but you got Kentucky who put on a show last night. Tennessee who is going to be right there challenging for it. But after that, who is that next team that steps up? That's what I want to see. And maybe this is where Auburn flips on the switch. They learn some things from last year's losses and make those adjustments and bring those forward. So we'll see. Obviously going to play a tough Illinois team coming up here next. Illinois making it to the national championship game last year, but didn't capture the title as they were blown out by Miami in the finals. But they've lost a couple of pieces. They lost Ricky Rowich transferred out of Illinois for his senior season, headed over to TCU. They lost, oh my God, what's his name? He went to LSU, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Ryder Chisholm left, so they've lost a couple pieces. Obviously, I know Coach Willie went in and made some tweaks to the rosters and recruiting, but I don't know what Illinois is going to be, what they're going to look like this year. So that Auburn Illinois game should be interesting. A lot of question marks needed to be answered for sure.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, 2 teams trying to figure out what they're going to be for this season.
And then flipping the script to 10 o'clock, both teams, Ohio State and Cincinnati, which obviously that game will probably be about 10:30. Ohio State did a nice job in recruiting, grabbed a couple of good guys to add to what I deem is an already tough squad. That Big Ten is going to be a gauntlet for sure, as it always is. And then you got Cincinnati moving over to the American Conference to try to contend there. And I think for them, I think last year was a little bit disappointed despite some of the strong talent that they have on their team and guys. And Fuchs is just red hot right now. I think he's had 8 straight points here for Oklahoma State. But just talking a little bit about Cincinnati, Canes, like the Bearcats, I think expected a lot of Taco Mario. I think them losing Ricky Vance is gonna be an interesting situation for them. I don't know what to expect from Cincinnati. I have high hopes, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully they get Taco Mario going because he was a dominant force down at Oregon State when he was there, and then went to Cincinnati and just didn't have the season that anybody expected.
Yeah, for sure. Nice screen there, and Fuchs just red hot. That's 11 straight for Fuchs here in the fourth quarter, despite the fact that they're trailing by 22, but definitely stepping up his game.
Playing some extra minutes.
Yeah.
You said they're moving to American, so I mean, could be a tough conference. Memphis has gotten better, Houston, and then of course Gonzaga is always there at the top, and
then don't forget about Oregon State and Oregon.
Oregon State, they did a great job in recruiting, and we're there.
I know. I was gonna say, I know you're licking your wounds after what happened. I was trying to be kind and not bring it up to you, but
I also played my new guys a lot, so.
Hey, it's a learning it's a learning lesson, though, right? I mean, I think you give the opportunity to learn some things, and it's what preseason's for. So.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations to Michigan winning this one right out of the gate. Looking like Secretariat right out of the stall.
Would have thought they would have broke 100 the way they started.
Well, they shoot 66%, which is insane. 8 of 17 from downtown. Probably the one area they struggled was from the free throw line, only making 8 of 12. But
I could have swore they shot better than that from the 3-point line.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it felt like it, right? I mean, I think there were some probably that were probably foot on the line. But what jumps out to you besides, obviously some of the glaring things, but what jumps out to you?
Points in the paint. We talked about, the inside presence. It wasn't as bad of the rebounding differential as I thought it was going to be, but Oklahoma still struggled rebounding the ball.
Yeah, both teams had a lot of turnovers too in this one. 18 combined turnovers between the two teams.
Yeah, and those blocks, Michigan dominated the paint with them blocks.
Yeah, they kind of own the interior. Michigan obviously is one of the strong suits of Michigan. It has always been their size. They have a big team, always have had a big team, even at the guards. Has very much the Wolverine style, and I expect good things from them. And 74 points for Oklahoma State in a losing effort, not obviously what they wanted, but played well at times in this game. Offensively, they had a stretch. I think it was in the second half they were right there, only 5 points. It's literally this. This is what killed them. This is really what killed them.
Yep.
I mean, if we're going to be completely honest, I mean, Oklahoma State shot 50%. They shoot 100%, and then the second quarter as well. I mean, Oklahoma State stepped up in a big way, shoots 64% from the field, and Michigan just says, well, we'll just shoot 73% this time. So,
yep.
And they only lost that quarter by 4 points, which is crazy. So, this is the story of the game right here, ladies and gentlemen. So, but let's
after that point, it just changed the momentum.
Oh, it absolutely did. Absolutely did. Let's go through the points here. Take us through Oklahoma State. Run it down.
Well, Dane Jones leading the way there for Oklahoma State. He only shot 5 of 11, but 11 points, 2 assists, 17 points responsible for the Wolfgang Fuchs. He got hot there at the end, 8 or 10 in a row to push him up to 11 points.
All in the fourth quarter, by the way.
Okay, yep, there it is. So
all in that was 11 straight points. Yep, keep going. I'm chiming in with the color commentary.
You good? Jason Breeze Jr. with 10 points, assist, steal. Only shot 3 of 9 though, so you got to get those numbers up a little bit. Dutton 10 points, 3 rebounds. Also, 4 of 8 shooting. Struggle from 3. Hit the 1, but 1 of 3. Aquakiki 9 points, 4 rebounds. Probably should have got him the ball a little bit more down in the paint because he was forcing fouls, and he went 5 of 7 from the free throw line. But other than that, just 2 of 3 from the field. So got to get him the ball more.
And Oklahoma State owned 1 point more for Akko Kikian. They would have had 5 guys in double figures. So just note that there. A little piece of information.
Castle 7 points and 8 assists for Castle. So, great job dishing out the assists for his team. Bones Barkley 6, 1 and 3. Shot 2 of 4, so not a bad night for him. Trevor Albert 4 points, had 6 boards, 1 assist, and a block, but only 2 of 8 from the field. Mac Mills 4 points. Probably should have shot the ball a little bit more, but did what he could. And then Kaz Allen 2 points. He had 5 rebounds on the night, only 1 of 2 shooting, but he went in there and did his job.
Yeah, on the other side, Michigan, we're going to see a lot of efficiency here. Xavier Halley finishes with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 9 of 11 shooting, plus 10 and responsible for 27 points. Don Fletcher, solid game, 17 points in that first half. Only had 2 in the second half in limited minutes, 19 points, 2 rebounds, assists, 8 of 11. Nasir Ali really stepped it up late in the game. Started off a little slow, a little sluggish, but picked it up. Finishes with 12 points, 5 dimes, and 3 rebounds on 4 of 10. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Jermichael Gordon, 11 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Did have 3 turnovers, but shot efficiently of 5 of 6. So
he must have had a lot of them on the line because I could have swore he made a few threes.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it. Mo Blues finishes with a huge stat line, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 7 dimes for Mo. A steal, 3 blocks. Did have 2 turnovers, but was 4 or 5 from the field. Deontay D'Angelo, 2 points and 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Extremely efficient, 3 of 3. Did have 2 big blocks and a couple assists to go along. Really good stat line from him. Tommy Shep, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, blocks. So stuffing the box sheet across the board is Tommy. Stack Blues, quiet game. Didn't really need much from him. 2 of 4 from the field for 4 points. King Rames at the center position, 4 points, 5 rebounds, a steal on 2 of 4 shooting. Paint Sage, 2 points, a rebound, and a block shot on 1 of 3. We're going to wrap it up here. Any parting words for us, Canes, before we get on to get that Auburn-Illinois game going? Obviously, we're running late, so I want to try to move it along.
Well, Coach Boone and the Wolverines look like they're in midseason form already, and if you're Coach Breeze, keep your head up. You ran into a buzzsaw, but it wasn't a bad outing for your first game. And, just keep those guys moving in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure. For Canes, I'm Scott, a.k.a. Wired71. We'll see you guys literally in like 3 minutes with the next game. See you.